You swallow hard, fighting back the tears as you take in the news that you are pre-diabetic. As your doctor talks about diet and exercise and the importance of losing weight, you're not really listening. The only thought that is flooding through your mind is, how did this happen to me? How could I not have seen it coming and done something about it before it came to this? It's actually a question health gurus should be asking. It's assumed people can see the writing on the wall. After all, no matter where you look, there's plenty of information out there warning of the dangers of weight gain and the importance of not letting it happen. And yet, it does. Super sassy, smart, competent, capable people suddenly find themselves fat and battling the consequences of those extra pounds. Now, one could argue that one of the reasons is a lot of the advice about how to be healthy is fundamentally flawed. But the quality of the advice is not the only problem. This was highlighted by a study conducted by researchers from the University of Texas Medical Branch over a decade ago. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we look at one of the reasons people end up overweight or obese, and what you can do to lessen the chances it happens to you. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Now, our team studied the weight fluctuations, real and perceived, in a group of 466 women between the ages of 16 and 33 years. Now, the official purpose of the study had nothing to do with weight. The women who signed on thought they were helping the team to assess the effects of hormone contraceptives on bone mineral density. As part of the study, the women were assessed at 6 monthly intervals over a 3-year period, and the assessment included a weigh-in and a comprehensive questionnaire probing for possible side effects of the therapy. Among the questions asked, do you feel like you've gained weight in the past 6 months? So the team was able to gather data on real weight gain and perceived weight gain. And if you think they're the same thing, they're not. Ultimately, they had 1,744 observations during the 36-month period. So what happened? Well, unsurprisingly, many of the women did put on weight. For most, it was a trivial amount, but for some, it was far more significant. 44% of the women put on 1 kilo, 30% put on 2, 19% put on 3, 12% put on 4, and 8% put on 5 kilograms. It's the eternal struggle of the modern woman. So, how did it make her feel? Did the woman putting on the weight actually notice? Well, most of them did feel a little fatter, particularly when the number was quite substantial. 59% of those gaining a kilo noticed. 67% of those gaining 2 kilograms noticed. 73% noticed a 3 kilogram gain. 78% noticed a 4 kilogram gain. And 85% noticed a 5 kilogram gain. But before you get all excited, that number means that a third to a quarter of the women did not recognize a 2 to 3 kilogram weight gain. Ouch. Now, to be honest, I'm not sure alarm bells should ring if you gain or lose a kilogram in 6 months. This can typically represent normal physiological processes rather than actual fat mass. But when the number is inching beyond the kilograms, your body chemistry is shifting in the wrong direction. Now, our research team tried to establish who was dialed into weight gain and who was blissfully unaware of their impending heifer lump status. Weight perceptions did show differences across the different ethnic race groups, with Black women in the sample being more dialed into weight gain than white or Hispanic women. These differences probably reflect factors specific to these communities rather than real differences in behavior. Also, it was quite interesting to realize that skinnier women were not significantly more sensitive to the weight increase. Weight consciousness was definitely influenced by contraceptive choice. The women who were particularly tuned into weight fluctuations were those using depo-medoxyprogesterone. The team speculated the reason this contraceptive was able to evoke a weight consciousness is probably because it comes with a bit of a black box warning. It's associated with weight gain. So women using this contraceptive had been sensitized to the idea that they could end up packing on the pounds. So they were paying attention. For the record, contraceptives are not the only drugs associated with weight gain. If you're taking one of these, the dice is loaded against your waistline. Are you watching? Don't be caught napping. Sometimes life is so busy, you just don't notice. This study is pretty old. The research was done in the early 2000s. Let's face it, life has got a lot more crazy since then. We've had lockdowns, lockouts, more stress, more saboteurs. Weight gain, especially rapid weight gain in a very short period, is a sign something is amiss. Catching the trouble early makes dealing with it so much easier. The effort to get rid of a kilo or two is significantly less than the effort to burn off layers and layers of superfluous fat. Be tuned in to the fat creep. The easiest way to do this is to make a commitment to weigh and measure yourself on a regular basis. I think a good interval to do this is around once a month for someone who's not actively weight managing. It's frequent enough to see trends, but not so frequent that it becomes onerous. If you're actively managing your weight, then probably a weekly interval is better. Whatever you decide, do it on Fridays, because Friday's the day of the week you're likely to be at your thinnest. So choose a Friday, maybe the first Friday of the month, hop on the scale and record your weight. Repeat this throughout the year. To make it easier, here is a weight tracker you can download. You can find the link in the description below. I've designed one for the Northern Hemisphere and one for the Southern Hemisphere. Choose the one that is appropriate for your neck of the woods and watch for significant changes. A kilo up and down is just water, but a difference of 2 or 3 kilograms is a wake-up call. Maybe before I continue, it's worth pointing out that unexpected weight loss is also a sign of body chemistry problems. So weight tracking can help you pick up serious health issues as well. And it's a tool that's accessible to everyone. So be proactive. Don't join the Weight Warriors Club. If you notice your weight is trending up or down, sit up and take notice. And if the trajectory is up, consider signing up for our free e-course. It's full of science-based tips and strategies that can help you move the dial back down. Did I mention? It's free and super easy to consume. You get everything you need to know at a glance. And if you want to dive deep into the science, you can do that by following the links. Begin the journey today to better body chemistry and better health. And if you're interested, here is the reference for the journal article I've used to tell the story. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more science-based health tips, hit the subscribe button. Until next time.